everyone. Thank you for joining us today for today's webinar on TicketSignup 101. This is going to be a basic webinar intro into the TicketSignup platform, how you can use it to set up your ticket events, and when you might want to use TicketSignup. We will also send some follow-up materials if you want to dive deeper into any of the features that are shown today. A couple of quick housekeeping notes. This is recorded, so if you want to refer back to it later, we'll send out the video and the slides after the webinar. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, you can find a questions box on your GoToWebinar module. It's usually on the right-hand side of your screen. You can enter those at any point during the webinar, and I'll be monitoring them throughout the webinar. If there's any questions that we don't get to today, we will follow up with you later after the webinar. I think that's it. Sarah can take it from here.
All right, so we're going to talk about TicketSignup. Here's the agenda. So first we're going to talk about who we are, who TicketSignup is. We're going to talk about the different types of ticketed events that people create on our platform. Then we're going to just talk about the difference between simple versus advanced tickets. And then Kayla's going to do a short demo so you can see the wizard and an event dashboard. So TicketSignup was started in 2010. It's our mission to make it easy to have a free, easy to use event platform for nonprofits and small businesses to generate more revenue from their events and to engage directly with their customers. So since 2010, we've helped organizations raise over $1.4 billion, and over 26,000 events have been created on our platform, and that's as of March. So there's been a lot more since March. I think I have to click it. Okay. And so here's what's included with TicketSignup. We have free websites and free email marketing, a mobile check-in app that makes day of event check-in super easy. So if you sign up for an event, you'll get an email with the QR code, and then at day of check-in, an event organizer can just scan the QR code, and it really helps decrease the length of lines, and there's super great reporting so you can see who attended and who didn't. You can sell merch through our merch store. You can have photos. You can really customize your tickets to be whatever, like as simple or as complicated as you need them to be. It's highly customizable, and we're going to show you a little bit more about that in a minute. So now we're going to talk about some of the different types of events that we have or that we see people create on TicketSignup, some traditional events and some out-of-the-box kind of unique ones. I think some of the most common ones I've seen personally are just golf tournaments, galas. Right now, a lot of people are kind of gearing up for their fall events, and there's a lot of golf tournaments and galas. Also, a lot more events in the agritourism space, so like corn mazes, fall festivals, light shows, Halloween haunts, that type of thing. Also, like music festivals are pretty common as well. Some out-of-the-box events that have been kind of unique have been a pickle festival that was unique, some fashion shows, a pie eating contest, a virtual cooking class. We do have the ability to do virtual and hybrid events. So if you wanted to have an event where not everyone can be there in person, you can do that. We also had a pet voting event, and that was pretty unique. I think it was for the cutest pet or something like that, but you had to pay a certain amount of money in order to vote, and it was sort of a fundraiser, and it was really unique and quite successful. So just a few unique events. So now we're going to go over tickets versus registration. So TicketSignup, I guess our parent company is RunSignup. If you've used RunSignup for a race or something like that, you might be familiar with RunSignup. And that is the registration side of the platform. You can host other types of events on the registration side of the platform, but there are some important differences that we're going to just address right now. On the registration side, as a purchaser or a registrant, you have to create an account. On the ticket side, you don't have to create an account. You can just purchase tickets. So the ticket side is a little bit quicker, a little bit simpler, and there's less information collected. Also on the registration side, we have peer-to-peer fundraising integrated. That doesn't exist on the ticket side. We do have the ability, though, on the ticket side to collect donations. So it's just not quite as robust on the fundraising side. And then also on the registration side, you can create teams, either fundraising teams or teams for like a challenge or something like that. But then on the ticketing side, we have more sophisticated like tickets for multi-day events, time slots, stuff like that. You might be wondering what's the right tool for me to use. That really depends on your specific needs and how you want your event to be. So if you're not sure, you can just ask one of us, and we're happy to help walk you through that. this is just sort of an example. This Spooky Town Halloween walk is a ticketed event. So you can see someone wants to buy 6, they can just purchase 6 and check out. There's no information collected other than the person purchasing the tickets. And then up here for this 5K registration, if you were to register for this 5K, you might have to put in your address, your phone number, probably a shirt size. You might have to sign a waiver. So it's just a bit more information collected. Now we're going to talk about simple versus advanced tickets. I was going to skip right ahead. Simple tickets are integrated. They're like the default setting. So when you log into TicketSignup and you go to start creating your event, it's a 4-step wizard. The tickets are in step 2 of the wizard, and they're best for just a couple ticket options. So an example might be, say you're hosting a concert and there's only 2 tickets. There's a general admission ticket and a VIP ticket. Simple tickets work just fine for that. And in this example, you can see you can set your purchase period open whenever you want it to be, and you can set it to close the day of the event, or you can set ticket caps and not allow more than like 400 tickets to be sold. So you could set the VIP ticket, you could set a cap at like 100, and you could set cross ticket caps, which means that between both tickets, only 400 are sold or something like that. So you can really customize tickets even within the simple ticket setup. This is just an example. So this was a poker night. It's $150 to play poker. And so there's only one ticket option. You just buy a seat to play poker. And no information was collected for the ticket holders, just the ticket purchaser. So if I wanted to buy 4 seats at this poker table, only my information would be collected. And that's just how they decided to do their information collection for this specific event. This is another example that's a little bit different. So this is a golf outing, and they had 5 ticket options, a single player and then a team player for both morning and the evening, and they had 1 sponsor option. If they had had more than 1 sponsor option, they might have wanted to do an advanced ticket setting, but since they only had 1, the simple tickets were just fine. You can see this is a pretty nice event page. They really built out the cover page and made it look really nice. I think this is the last one, but another simple ticketed event example is just the scavenger hunt. They had 3 ticket options, a 2, 3, and 4-person team. And they needed a bit more information about each of their attendees. So they wanted the name and the shirt size for each team member. And so they were able to collect that information as well. When Kayla shows us like the demo and stuff, you can really customize like questions that you need answered from your attendees, as well as the information collection. So advanced tickets are a little more robust. So this image that you see is the event dashboard. So after you create your event, you go through the 4-step wizard, you'll see this dashboard, and this is your view as an event director. This is not something that your attendees would ever see. And you can see in the ticket tab here, you scroll down to the bottom and there's an advanced ticket option, and all you do is click a button to enable advanced tickets. Once you enable the advanced tickets, you can't revert back to simple tickets. So that's just something to think about too, to really decide before you enable that if you need advanced tickets. Advanced tickets allow you to create groups. So on this image, you can see there was a group for October 29th, and then there was 5 different time slots, and they were able to do that through the advanced ticket setting. In the advanced ticket settings as well, you can create combo tickets. So the example we have here is if you buy 2 adult tickets, you get 2 kid tickets free. There's an example of combo ticket setting later on. You can also set ticket caps and transaction limits in the advanced ticket settings. So there's a lot of customization that you can do in advanced tickets. This is a really great example, one of my favorites, the Chicago Beer Fest. They had 8 time slots over 3 days. So each time slot was capped at 400 tickets. So they had a large amount of people coming to this event. And it was a simple purchase path with only the purchaser's information being collected. So again, if I was to buy 20 of the tickets to this beer festival, the event director would only have my information, and the other 20 tickets could be for whoever I was bringing with me. And then the check-in app they used to track tickets. And in this image over here of the phone, you can see a basic report of the check-in app. So the green is the people who checked in using the check-in app, the people who attended, and the red is people who didn't check in. So you can see they had a really high attendance rate. And they also increased their ticket sales by 110% and increased revenue by 220% using TicketSignup. So they were a really successful event. Another example was this motorsport show. There was 2 ticket groups just for Saturday and Sunday, and then there was 4 options within each day for adult, child, a 2-day ticket, or a tailgating ticket. You can also require that someone to buy an adult ticket before they buy a child ticket or something like that. So just another little customization you can do in the back end. Okay, and there's another golf example. We have a lot of golf outings on TicketSignup. This sponsorship had multiple levels. So like I said before, the other example just had 1 sponsorship level. So they just had 1 sponsorship ticket. But here they created a group for sponsorships, and then they had multiple sponsorship levels within that group. And for this specific event, they have between 1 and 6 tickets within each group. You can have as many tickets in a group as you want. Another example, this is a convention that was really successful on our platform. It happened this year. They used ticket groups to sort of sell, I guess, like a cheaper ticket. So they had a convention one day, a summit the other day, or a combo registration where you could save a little bit of money if you register for both at once. And now Kayla is going to do a little walkthrough of the wizard so we can see what that looks like. I think she's going to do that. Okay.
Yes, I am. Hi, everybody. Just want to make sure that you can see my main screen here. So I'm going to move this over. Can you see that front page okay, Sarah?
Try it now, Kayla. There we go.
It looks like we are in the right spot. So thanks for your patience there. So I'm going to walk through a brief demonstration on what it would look like if we were hoping to set up an event on TicketSignup. So you would go to ticketsignup.io and you can go to the Get Started Free button. This is going to take you to our event wizard, to the ticket wizard. We call it the wizard because it's so magically simple to walk through these 4 steps to set up your event. So I hope you like puns because there's probably going to be a ton of them throughout my demo. But I already set up an event that I just want to walk through to show you how easy it is to set up on TicketSignup. So when we go through here, you can see that it's going to be these 4 steps: the basic info, tickets, payment, and then we're done. First, it's going to ask you your event name. Put on your Santa hats because we're going to create the event for the Holly Jolly Lights show. It asks if this organization is a nonprofit, and I'm going to say yes because we're going to be supporting an ELF organization, an ELF nonprofit, to help raise money for Santa's Little Helpers. When you go and you can click a event type, you can see we have a ton of different event types. If it doesn't fall within exactly what you're thinking for your event, that's okay. Luckily, we have a light show button, so we're going to click that button. This is going to ask you the event date and time. I have it ranging over a period of a month, and you can start it earlier if you want people to be able to access the website that you received through TicketSignup. I have it here just going on for a month because it's going to be a month worth of people coming to the light show. Then you have the event description. I put in here just a brief description on what my Christmas light show is going to look like. And I really wanted to highlight the customization tools that you can do. This should be just a brief event description. And you can always add more customization once we get into the event coordinator's dashboard. But I wanted to show that we're able to highlight our text, put it in bold. I even put that are over 1 million LED lights in some Christmas colors. So that makes it super fun and festive and on theme for the event that we're hosting. You can also add an event logo. I don't recommend uploading a poster because it is meant to be in the corner of the website, but here I just have a very common type of Christmas photo for a light show. Then you also have the option to include a link to the external website. Since the websites that we offer are meant to be event specific, you can have your main hosting website, including that external link here, or a link to your Facebook page, just making sure that they kind of speak to each other and making sure that the prospects and the people that you're looking to attend your event are able to find your event page. The important piece here is the contact email. You'll see I put my personal email here for work. I would recommend adding a generic email just because if anybody has any inquiries, you want that to go to the generic person or the generic inbox rather than going to that person who's helping set up, or maybe a volunteer is helping set up and you don't want them to get any inquiries about your event. The location, I recommend putting the location of the venue or where you're going to host your event, not the location of your nonprofit or of your business organization. I went ahead here and exploited the North Pole and made sure that we could go there if we wanted to. And that's just on 1234 Elf Lane if you're looking for Christmas. But you can even update it for time zone or anything along those lines. The event visibility, I think, is a really important part of setting up an event with us. We have 3 different options. Draft mode just means that it's not going to be published yet. Private means that a select group of people can see it, and public means that anybody can see it if they have access to that domain link. Now, if you're just getting started with TicketSignup, I would recommend putting it in draft mode. Only you, Sarah, and I are going to see it, and you can kind of play around with it until you're really confident and ready to publish it, especially if you're waiting for an event time. I highly recommend draft mode, and you can also keep it in draft mode if you just want to test it out, see if it might be the right fit for your event. So we can click that. Now, we also have the availability to customize our URL identifier. You can see here that I wrote the Holly Jolly Lights Show, and it'll say TicketSignup.io, Holly Jolly Lights Show. It's really important that we don't make this date specific. I didn't add the year 2022 because I want to put it into next year, and you can edit this you cannot edit this once you put it into the URL identifier. So I recommend keeping it very generic for the event that you're trying to do it for. Now, since my event is collecting donations for the Santa's Little Helpers Foundation, you can see I'm collecting donations starting in June, even though my event is in December. What's really important about this is sometimes some people might come to your organization, they might end up on your site, or it might be near your event season and they can't attend your event. So it's a really great way to collect donations outside of just the specific event. And it's no cost to set this up. I also recommend here, so putting an overall goal, you have the ability to add a goal thermometer to show how far your progression is when collecting donations. The donation message here, this is different than the event message. They're on 2 separate tabs, and I recommend adding that donation message just because it's meant to be very focused on the mission that you're collecting donations for. Just to clarify as well, if you are using TicketSignup, you don't have to be with a nonprofit, and you can be a commercial entity and you don't have to collect donations. I just wanted to show this as an option to do so if you were looking to collect donations. We also can add a nonprofit logo. Since we're supporting the Little Elves, I wanted to put up this logo. Now, we also have the customization opportunity to add donation levels, which I think is a really great way to collect donations and really giving those who are donating the option to think about how much they want to donate. Customization is definitely key when collecting donations. So I customized each level. We have the Gingerberry Gumdrop level, Twinkly Tinsel, Frosty the Snowman, Sugar Plum Fairy level. And of course, I just read those all out because I thought they were super cute. But you can add as many levels as you want or put as little as you want. It's totally up to you. Then it asks, this is the first year of the event, just for our due diligence, how many attendees are you expecting and how many donations are you expecting to get? So that's just step 1, and that's basic info. Doesn't take us very long to go through there. Then, as Sarah explained, we go through the ticketing information. Now, for this light show, we have general admission for 5 and under, and that's going to be no cost for them. And you can see that my purchasing opens in June, so they can purchase whenever they would like. And then for 6 and older, it's going to cost them $25. If you're looking to maximize your revenue, we can add purchasing periods. So let's say from June until December 1st, it's $25 because I'm buying early. I can add another purchasing period and say it's going to be $50 if you want to buy the week of the event. And that can really help maximize revenue if you're getting a ton of people showing up day of, and it really helps kind of streamline the business that you have. And then we set up our payment account. Now, everything we do with TicketSignup, whether you go on the TicketSignup site or on the RunSignup site, we have a PCI level 1 compliance, just meaning that all the data you enter in is totally safe. We have a KYC laws that we follow throughout our payment account setup, and those are just the know your customer laws to make sure that your data is very secure. Now, you can either create a new payment account. If you've utilized RunSignup before or any of our other services, you can use an existing payment account. You don't have to go through that whole process again, and it's super easy. It'll just show up right underneath there. Otherwise, you can send yourself setup instructions by email to set up later. And that can be a little bit helpful if you're struggling a little bit in setting that up, or you're like, I don't have time right now, I have a million other things I need to do. You can set that up later. Then we go down to this portion here where it says the processing fees for ticketing, purchasing, or donations. I'm going to walk through real quick what our pricing looks like. So here's a calculator that I like to show just because I'm a very visual person. Our fees for TicketSignup, now you'll see a lot on our branding, it says it's no cost, and that's true. It's free for every business or nonprofit to utilize. What you have is a control that many other businesses don't offer. You have the control on how these fees are handled, right? Because we have to make our money somehow. So we have a flat 6% fee plus $1 per transaction for any ticketing or registration type of event. Now that's per transaction, and where that differs from other organizations is that if I and 100 other of my friends wanted to go to an event, it would cost me 6% and just $1, whereas other organizations would charge you $100 per ticket. And so you can play around with this, and if anybody would like, I'd be more than happy to send you this link just so you can play around with it. For donations, you can have a 4% processing fee. And like I said, you get the control of how these are handled. So you can choose to absorb them as a commercial business or as a nonprofit, or you can push them on to the purchaser or the person who's donating. For us going through the wizard, I'm going to have it processing fee paid by the ticket purchaser, and I'm going to have the processing fee paid by the donor. So we're going to save and continue. Then once we have this event set up, it's going to give us into an event dashboard. The dashboard is really the event coordinator's playground. So you can come in here and really play around with those customization tools that Sarah talked about, and really play around with all these different options to make your event a success. Now, I want to show you on the left-hand side, there's the menu search. The menu search is really, really helpful. If you're looking for a tool and you're like, oh my goodness, I cannot remember where that is, just type in a keyword and it'll show you how to get there. We have a ton of different functionalities, and we have a really great support team. So if you ever have an issue or a question that you're like, oh my Lanta, I am lost and I need some help, just reach out to us. We're more than happy to help you with that. Now, I want to go over the advanced ticketing options and how to turn that on. You see with the event that we created for the Holly Jolly Lights show, we just did a simple ticket setup. If we wanted to do an advanced ticket setup, we can go to the setup here. We can create different groups and turn that on. It is important, and I want to reiterate, as Sarah said, once you turn on those advanced tickets, you can't go back. So just keep an eye out for that. But it is okay to play around with it if you would like. Since we set up the advanced tickets already, you can see we have ticket groups, information collection, caps, transaction limits, and a bunch of different other customization tools that we can utilize for this event. I also want to show you another important feature on the dashboard, which is our reporting. If we go to just the main overall dashboard, you'll see some very basic reporting. Obviously, this isn't an event that we have launched yet, so we don't have a lot of great live reporting for you, and we want to be respectful of our customers' data. But it would show up here just showing you how many people are purchasing, where they're purchasing from. And the great opportunity with this is the customization that you can do within the reporting. So play around with it, kind of see what you're looking for, and let us know if you have any questions with that. And then we also have our website builder. You have the opportunity to turn on a cover page to make it a very branded look for your event. Otherwise, you can leave it as a simple setup where people just come to purchase tickets. You can also play around with an event theme or even change around in the website builder. This all just makes it more and more customizable and personable to your organization to make sure that your event is a success. So I went over the main features, and I can go back to the wizard. If anybody has any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them at this time.
I think just one to start with. We'll see if any other ones come in here. So Kayla, if you want to answer this, can I set up more than one event using the same payment account?
Yes, absolutely. So a really great question there, and I want to show you how that would look. So let's say I was on RunSignup and I had a 5K that I set up, and then now I want to go into a golf outing or a gala or something along those lines. Just click the using existing payment account button. It transfers between the TicketSignup, RunSignup, GiveSignup world, so they all speak to each other. I would just recommend creating an account on each entity. So go to TicketSignup.io, and I can type it in here. Create an account on there with the same login information. Whoops, I didn't click the right thing at all. But anyways, you can set up a profile with that information and they'll speak to each other. So just you'll have your payment account speaking on the ticket sign up side, and you'll also have all your information here. So you can see I say my races, my ticket events, my fundraising campaigns, and donation forms.
This is a good one. If we'll say, Sarah, if someone is buying a ticket for someone else and you want to capture the information on both people, can you do that?
Yes, you can. I can't show you how right now, but you definitely can. And you can collect as much information as you need. You can just collect their name, or that one example I showed, they collected a shirt size as well. You can collect their email address, but you definitely can. I know a lot of event organizers want all that data, so you can collect all of that data.
We'll send the pathway information of where you turn that on when we send the follow-ups too. I know you went over this, Kayla, but really quickly, just a reminder, how much are the fees for ticket sign up for using the tickets?
Yeah, so I love talking about the fees just because I think we offer so many functionalities, so many phenomenal tools that really cost nothing for an organization. The fees, I'm going to repeat, are 6% plus $1 per transaction, and that's not per ticket, it's per transaction for registration or purchasing a ticket. And then for donation, it's a flat 4% fee.
All right, and I think that is all I see right now. Thank you, Kayla and Sarah, and thank you everybody for joining us today. We'll send out, again, some more information just with more details about some of the things that Kayla touched on briefly, if you are diving in and want to learn more about setting up your ticket event.